rope 'em with the spoken. Rope 'em with the spoken. I stock twine.
Hi, my name is Anil Nair, and I'm an aerospace engineering student here at UCLA. And I'm going to help you by going over some math concepts and examples. Good luck.
So now we can take the limit of a sequence as it approaches infinity. So we write that is limit as n approaches infinity of a sub n. And let's say this is some population. Each step in the sequence represents the population in a given year. We want to see as time becomes very large, like we wait a long time, what will the population look like? So, example would be if a sub n equals 1 over n plus 1, where n equals 0, 1, 2, so on. What is the limit as n approaches infinity? Well, that's just the limit as n approaches infinity of 1 over n plus 1. So we can just look at what happens. Our first term is 1 over 1, which is 1. We have 1 half, 1 third, 1 fourth. If we get really big numbers, we'll get like 1 over 1 over a million, or even higher. And we can see that this is getting smaller and smaller, and it's going to approach 0. So the limit equals 0. So we say that this limit exists, and that the sequence is convergent. Then we have sequences like this, like the one we started with, negative 1 to the n. And so this sequence takes on the terms 1, negative 1, and I'm going to specify it, and starts at 0. As you can see, this sequence doesn't approach some limiting value. As we go forward in n, this goes from 1 to negative 1. So if we're asked what the limit is as n approaches infinity of this sequence, our answer is going to be that this limit does not exist. And we'll use the abbreviation DNE to indicate that. So this sequence is divergent. So with limits, we have certain rules. Here's the first one. We have the limit as n approaches infinity of a sub n and b sub n. Added together, we can just take the limits individually and then add those. Same if we have a constant in front of a sequence. Let's say c is a constant, then we can just pull the constant out and evaluate the limit and multiply it by that constant. If we have two limits multiplied together, or the limit of two sequences multiplied together, we can just take the individual limits and multiply them together. And if we have limit of two sequences divided by each other, then we can just take the limit of one and divide it by the limit of the other, as long as the denominator doesn't approach 0. And that's really all you need to do to solve these problems.
Gotta fight at night, without a bite on the shelf. Even the lowest hoes want siphon your wealth. The tools remove jewels you don't want share.